From our world-class Australian campus, our passionate lecturers are able to educate trials riders from all over the world. Are you ready to learn?
Ubisoft needs me!
That's right, students. Earlier this year, Ubisoft reached out to me and asked if I'd like to attend E3 as a trials representative and a Uplay ambassador. This was set to be a trip of a lifetime and I couldn't wait to get over there. So I got home as quick as I could, packed my bag, jumped on the first flight available, and before you know it, I was in downtown Los Angeles waiting for the Ubisoft press conference.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to E3. So I want to talk to first some lucky Uplay members that are joining us from around the world, so let's invite them on. So where are you from and what's your name?
Fat Shady from Sydney, Australia.
During my stay, I was sure to meet some absolutely amazing people and I cherished every moment of it. But the reason I was there was for the Ubisoft press conference. Little did I know that I would have a front row seat and have the full VIP treatment and get another amazing surprise in the announcement of 2 brand new Trials games.
Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady from the University of Trials here. We're here in Los Angeles at E3 and we're about to go in and have a chat with some of the guys from Redlinks, talk about some of the new Trials games and also get them to give you some pointers on Trials Evolution. Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady from the University of Trials here, and I'm here with Auntie Ilveswell.
Hello.
Now, how many times have you been to E3?
I think it's like sixth time, I think.
Okay.
I have lost the count.
But you're here for this one for a very particular reason. Do you want to tell some of the students about that?
True, we are releasing Trials or announcing Trials Fusion for next gen PC, Xbox 360 and Trials Frontier for mobiles and tablets.
Now the one I probably want to talk about first is probably Trials Fusion. Now one of the things that I spotted when I saw the Ubisoft press conference was the fact that there was, I guess, a freestyle motocross, there was tricks and jumps and things like that, which to me looked like a bit of a deviation away from, I guess, the core Trials gameplay. Is that a new direction that you're taking, or is that actually just an additional mode within the game?
Freestyle motocross tricks, they are something add to core Trials. So they are not taking away. So if you and your students are really hardcore players, they don't have to worry anything. But for newcomers, there's a freestyle motocross trick system. It's based on real physics, so it's a bit different than normally these kind of tricks are done in games. Just want to make sure that people understand that we are not breaking anything what is good in Trials. So it's not in the way that you suddenly have to do tricks to make better time to get boost.
The other game that was announced at this E3 was Trials Frontier. Now this, from what I could see, was a mobile game. You've put a lot of games out on the mobile platforms, but this is now the first time that the Trials franchise has actually got onto mobile.
There has been obviously long demand, people have been asking forums why the Trials is not for mobiles, why it has not been done yet. I think now is the time, and we want to make it really good, solid Trials experience.
How do you think the traditional Trials riders, the people who are not necessarily playing the ninjas and the extreme tracks, but the people that have really enjoyed the core gameplay, how do you think they're going to find the transition into the mobile development? And I'm thinking more about how the controls work, how the physics plays. What are the sort of differences that people are going to notice, if any?
I think our core idea that is, if you're a good Trials player, you can handle this mobile game also. So idea is that we don't break anything. Obviously physics are a bit different, but in a good way. So every technique you have been learning or teaching the players, they should work also on mobiles, and we are very strict about that.
So what I wanted to do for some of the students at the University of Trials was maybe ask you if there's any particular technique that we haven't covered in the series so far, and you think that would be good for me to teach to some of the students.
Maybe one thing that comes into mind is the thing that when you're going towards the ramp, you don't have to jump up. You can lift the front wheel and tilt it forward in a way that the bike it's not going forward, it's kind of going just direct, instead there's a ramp.
Okay, now
for example, if I alright, yes, this is important. Now this is the bike, and the bike normally jumps like this, so you can do it like this. Get it?
So one last thing that I probably should ask then, seeing as though you want us to teach people about this technique, what is the name for that jump?
I have no clue.
No, and you should be able to name this. What would you call it?
Ram front wheel jump. Twist. I don't know.
Thank you so much. We'll learn that one right now.
Well, after that explanation, I guess you can see why they've got me to do the University of Trials. Well, Auntie, here it is, the technique you were talking about. Now, I want to warn you, this is actually an advanced technique, but I think you're ready for this. It's also a very important technique to get right, because it lets you jump an entire section of the track, and skipping obstacles is a key way to improve your time. Here's a couple of examples I'm showing you of how people would normally approach this track, where you'd slow down and jump that little lip there. But in this example, I'm going to break down this technique and also show you how you can clear an entire section. Firstly, you want to accelerate at 100% while leaning hard to the left. Then, in very quick succession, you want to press hard to the right, but remember that timing is absolutely critical, so pay attention to the controls on the screen and the way that my bike moves when you're trying to replicate this yourself. Next, what you want to do is start leaning forward. Now this part again is crucial, and you just want to make sure that it's only when your front wheel just clears the top of that ramp that you actually have your momentum starting to lean forward. What you'll notice is that your rear wheel will continue accelerating and pushing you along the ramp, while your front wheel and your body weight will lean you over the ramp and keep your momentum going forward. That's the key part of this technique here. Being able to change your vertical momentum into horizontal momentum is crucial here, and what you want to be doing is progressing yourself further along the track instead of further in the air. Now I just wanted to wrap this up by showing you another couple of examples with and without this technique, just to show you how important this is. But now, let's head back to the show floor. This year's E3 saw some amazing announcements with regards to both hardware and games, but for those of us that wanted to check out some of Ubisoft's latest creations, we went to the Uplay Lounge, a special place created for the gamers just like you and I to play all of the latest games, including Trials Evolution. I even got the opportunity to give some special writing tips to the finalists of the competition for that day. These guys were going to battle it out in Trials Evolution to see who would take home some fantastic prizes.
We have our champion here. Congratulations to Alex. He takes it. A trip to Pat's Prime for him and a friend. Congratulations.
As it turns out, the professor's training was a little too effective, with the competition taking less than half the time it should have. Sorry about that, Shifty. But as the sun set over downtown Los Angeles and we watched E3 draw to a close, I could only think about one thing. I wonder if they'll have me back next year. And a big thank you to the guys at Redlinks, who definitely made me feel like part of the team. Now be sure to check out the next lesson, where we will introduce you to some Australian students when we go to PAX Australia. That was in Melbourne only a couple of days ago, and I can't wait to show you the footage from that trip.